Dabba Cartel की team यहाँ पे and without the Dabbas. You guys look incomplete.
इनको next डब्बा कार्टेल में कास्ट कर देना चाहिए because she comes up with very smart lines.
तो nepo kids को हम डब्बे देंगे. Shibani, this is yours.
Who in the cast is most likely to run an actual cartel and get away with it? Anjali Anand.
Drug deals are happening.
अरे यार तुम exchange कर रहे हो?
अरे
यार
drug deal इसको बोलते हैं.
Shibani, no, you can't do that.
I mean, I don't think that's any secret that Anjali was cast 4 days before.
I keep saying that I and nobody else in the world needs to be a part of my Prem Ki Deewani Hoon too. I need to be a part of my Prem Ki Deewani Hoon too. I don't care if I'm playing Ritik's character or Karina's. I have to be a part of that film.
The first thing that comes to your mind when you hear a young girl say, "I'm not a feminist," I say, babe.
Babe.
Do you even understand what the term means?
And the fact that you're able to say it is also thanks to feminism.
Absolutely.
That you have a voice.
Yes. That's a good one. I'll use that.
सबका equal है, सबका इतना अच्छा है. Gajraj Rao.
That Anjali Anand house, Anjali Anand lifestyle, Anjali Anand car, Anjali Anand boyfriend. I was single all that time. I've been single.
When it comes to negotiating money,
Yeah.
non-negotiable.
Oh, nice,
drop.
nice.
एक प्रोड्यूसर ने मतलब मेरे पास आया
मतलब आपका बेटा
फैमिली है नहीं नॉट मेरा बेटा मेरा बेटा कभी ऐसे नहीं बोलेगा
I think Jyothika is my ideal. Like I would be. I aspire. I've told her that I aspire to be like her.
सब फीमेल ओरिएंटेड का चक्कर कुछ चल रहा है तो चलो एक वुमन राइटर लेंगे एक वुमन डायरेक्टर लेंगे.
I maybe love Govinda much more, but nobody would ask him or call him a plus size actor. Nobody would call Rishi Ji a plus size actor. He's an actor, but for a woman, I'm always named as Anjali Anand as plus size actor.
That's a big question in the South, actually. I mean, you know, to be very frank.
I have the best scriptwriter in the country as my husband. I have 2 children who will never cast me.
This is the kind of reverse nepo we need.
Nepo.
Yeah.
Reverse
You're a nepo kid now.
How sweet.
You know, when like people keep asking, did you get intimidated, this and that? I think I was over smart.
Hi, मैं हूँ शबाना आज़मी.
Hi, मैं हूँ Shalini Pandey.
Hi, मैं हूँ Jyothika.
Hi, I'm Shibani Akhtar.
Hi, मैं हूँ Anjali Anand.
And we are on the Superwomaniya Show
With
Hi guys, welcome to the Superwomaniya Show. And all you have to do is just pan the camera and you'll see the Superwomaniyas I'm hanging out with today. Dabba Cartel की team यहाँ पे and without the Dabbas. You guys look incomplete.
Yes, absolutely. उसमें कुछ खाना भी है या यूं ही?
देखिए food for thought है.
That's not what we want. We want the खाना.
Lunch time पे बिना खाने के डब्बे allowed नहीं होने चाहिए.
भाई हम खाने की बात करेंगे और ये जो खा गए हैं दूसरों को with their performances उसकी बात करेंगे. But I have seen the whole show. I'm going to be very careful and not reveal much. But congratulations! What an absolute winner.
Oh,
Wow,
thank you.
Thank you.
जब ट्रेलर लॉन्च अटेंड किया उसके बाद पूरा आपकी सीरीज देखी और शबाना जी ने बोला था मैंने बड़ी कोशिश की कि मैं ज्योतिका को हटाऊं. अच्छा 2 लोग एक वो दूसरी कौन?
मत लो, मैं बोल रही समय में मत नाम लो. कोई बात नहीं, जाने देते हैं उसको.
जाने देते हैं.
These are Superwomaniyas. What are you scared of?
No, I'm not scared of anything. I knew that ये मैं जो confess कर रही हूँ ये एक बहुत मुश्किल
अच्छा
confession
इससे पहले पता था आपको या तभी पता लगा?
नहीं
उसी दिन पता चला, but I think it was quite a casual statement and उन्होंने साउथ की देखी नहीं है पिक्चर. वी आर डिस्कनेक्टेड. मैंने हिंदी पिक्चरें नहीं देखी है. I mean last 20 years I can count seriously 8 to 9 Hindi films I've watched in there. You know, maybe Dangal and like, you know, few films. But I think it's just a disconnect with us watching each other's languages. And
I don't even think it was about that. It was more, it wasn't, I want to replace this person. It was more,
just a point
it was
of
when
view.
when she read the script, she just made suggestions of who else.
But I also have to
Keep
come
it
to my
down. Keep
rescue.
it down.
You don't have to come to my rescue.
It was more
darling.
of a, hey, how about this person for this
Yeah.
part and this person for this part? So, you know, I mean, obviously when things are said at a trailer launch, it's like scary.
Yeah.
I also liked
But it
the
wasn't
part
like
that
that.
she
I saw her
spoke.
face when she said
I also thought very few people speak And it's nice to have someone who, you know, speaks it out. She needn't have, but you know, I just like when women just talk what they think.
And Shabana's never been very PC that way. You know? She says what she, and I think that's, I think so much of being female and being in the industry and being in certain positions is about transparency and honesty. And I think there's something nice about that. I don't think it necessarily needs to be, what's happening? It's just nice.
So nice.
It's also Shabana Azmi. If she tells me I hate your guts, I'll still look at her like this.
That's true. That's so true.
Hey, I can imagine.
Yeah, don't institutionalize me. I'm breathing.
You are.
हम सब हम उम्र है. It's one cartel.
हम तो womaniyas हैं.
Womaniyas.
So
Super womaniyas.
Womaniyas. But 50 years in the industry, this is not a joke. Of course, apart from the role that you're being offered, what is it now that attracts you to a project?
You know, all my life I've been a very greedy person. So I always, my favorite song is Barbara Streisand's I don't want much, I just want more. And that's what I want. I want more of everything, every opportunity. You know, because what has happened is after I've gone through everything really, in a way, firstly I had no idea that I would 50 years later still be in front of the camera and get roles that I like. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But what really excites me is something that is not tangible. I have the best scriptwriter in the country as my husband. I have 2 children who will never cast me. I have a daughter-in-law who's a writer. I have a brother who's a DOP. So, अगर मुझे कोई चीज़ बहुत चाहिए थी तो सबको पकड़ के मैं कर सकती हूँ. But हर experience को मैं लेने के लिए तैयार हूँ.
पर यहाँ पे तो घर वाला connection चला रहा है.
Yeah, and I'm not the writer.
Did you take
she
her
keeps
for
on saying I'm
granted?
the writer. Yeah, completely.
Of course, she's the writer. She came out with the idea. That's the writer.
Creator.
Okay, the creator.
Because the writers really wrote, you know. I mean, they wrote. But yes. But I take her for granted? Yes. But I don't know how else to say it. I mean, you know, the thing is that I knew, before we knew what the show was going to be about. No, okay, not what it was going to be about. We knew what it was going to be about. But before we knew what the story was, there were no details of the housing society, the Dabba business. There were no details as such. But there was a drug cartel and there was Shabana Azmi. So that's where it started. That was the seed. Because I knew I wanted to work with her for sure. When I was younger, and I've told this story a million times, my connection to Hindi cinema as, I don't even know how old I was, living in Sydney, was a VHS tape of Masoom, which I used to watch and rewind and watch and rewind. So that was my my connection with the film industry. Like that's really was. I mean, life just works in strange ways. I didn't imagine that like 30 years later she would end up being my mother-in-law. You know. So and then and then I would get an opportunity to actually work with her and have her be a part of my first show. So it's full circle. So yes, I did take the entire situation for granted and you know, completely used the family in all ways possible, but it's also such a rewarding experience. Very lucky.
Yeah, but she commanded. Son was directing, was producing, and so I keep saying it's reverse nepotism.
This is the kind of reverse nepo we need.
Nepo.
Yeah.
Reverse
You're a nepo kid now. It's reverse now.
Lovely. So nepo kids को हम डब्बे देंगे. Shibani, this is yours. Shalini. Jyothika.
This is the first Dabba I've been given in this whole show. Yeah.
For Anjali. Anjali will also get one. One is for me.
That's
Oh, I thought बहुत छोटा है आपका सबसे.
I told you ना मुझे कोई गिफ्ट नहीं
अरे
देता.
बहुत छोटा है.
सवाल बहुत बड़े-बड़े हैं. So शुरू करें आपके डब्बे से.
Do we?
Yeah.
I hope mine is in English.
Who in the cast is most likely to run an actual cartel and get away with it? Anjali
Shabana
Anand.
I knew it. That's why I looked away.
Anjali Anand.
I love it. बहुत ही आपने नाम कमाया
She
है.
knows me.
Next.
Oh God, ये क्या question है? What's one brutally honest thing you've always wanted to say to a co-actor?
Let's go.
Let's go.
But But any co-actor, right?
No, I prefer the one in the room. हम पीठ पीछे बात नहीं करते.
बोल तो चुकी हूँ सब कुछ उनको मुंह पे मैं. Actually कुछ भी ऐसा पीठ पीछे I don't think I have. I've said so many things that I shouldn't have said it to Shabana ma'am only. Not like मतलब rude नहीं. But जबरदस्ती कुछ भी, you know, extra smart बनने की. जैसे कि you know what, when I met her for the first time, you know, and like people keep asking me, did you get intimidated, this and that? I think I was over smart because I just wanted to be like, I had so many endless questions for her, and I had like I met her and I started asking so many questions, and she started speaking. And I went quiet. I was like, मैं सुन लेती हूँ.
The other extreme, Jyothika.
What's one moment in your life that made you realize the power of being a woman?
Drug deals are happening.
अरे यार तुम exchange कर रहे हो?
अरे
यार
drug deal इसको बोलते हैं.
Shibani, no, you can't do that. Give it to her.
Trust us.
No wonder she took your name.
Don't trust us.
Yeah. Okay, continue. वो देखो क्या हो रहा है.
नहीं यार. Fine. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what's one moment in your life that made you realize the power of being a woman? There are many moments, but I think having my kids.
I thought you'd say that.
Yes, I think that just made me realize the power you have to take an
bring
entire
life
life into the world and take humanity forward. I think, just being a mom,
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
and many others, but.
Shibani, the one that belonged to you.
Yeah, of course.
और नहीं है.
Shibani.
One secret about Dabba Cartel that you almost shouldn't reveal.
Don't get trapped. They haven't yet watched the
Yeah,
second
these are very tough.
No, but are
ones.
you talking about behind the scenes?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's any secret that Anjali was cast 4 days before.
This we know.
No, you do, but you also don't know how it went down.
Okay.
And I feel like I played a very crucial part in replacing her, but it also wasn't very nice for the other person who was there on the project for many, many months. And the last 4 days, I was like, no, it's not working.
I didn't know you had replaced her. So I'm not the only one. It runs in the family. It runs in the
family.
It runs in the
I was going to say, but I didn't announce it to the press, but now I have. So.
No,
But
because
there was just, it's like it's a flavor, it's an attitude, it's an energy. And when I watched Rocky Orani, she had it. And I started to feel very anxious because I really then wanted her and I wanted to make it happen. And annoyingly, I think, kept pushing for it.
Lovely. Thanks for sharing that. Anjali, now you're part of the project.
yeah, my own question is, what's one super cringe show or movie you secretly love but would never admit? I keep saying that I and nobody else in the world needs to be a part of मैं प्रेम की दीवानी हूँ too. I'm putting it out there in the universe. I absolutely love that. She's gonna hate me for it.
She doesn't have a life. You know? She doesn't have a life. So
Yeah,
let
she
her.
thinks I have no life. I only watch movies, but I do. That's all I do, and I love and I live movies. I need to be a part of my Prem Ki Diwani Hu too. I don't care if I'm playing Ritik's character or Karina's. I have to be a part of that film.
I'd love to watch it.
Yes.
If you're a part of it.
Now that's
Rajshri Productions, please make the change.
Ma'am, आपके
Ma'am,
हमने अपने सब खोल दिए.
हम सब कर चुके हैं.
Yeah, drug deal.
Yeah, we're too nosy. We just
Women
go
in
through
crime.
all of them. Who's your favorite among
The first thing that comes to your mind when you hear a young girl say, I'm not a feminist, I say, babe,
Babe.
do you even understand what the term means? You know, there's so much confusion about what being a feminist is that I find it very taxing and I find it really, really, I mean, what is the confusion in your mind? What is feminism saying? What does being a feminist say? That I need equal rights, right? Now, how can you have any problem with that? The problem is that I think not only young girls, even older women, they think feminist means bra burning and hating men and all of that because they don't even know the definition, unfortunately. Because once you know the definition, I don't think anybody, any woman can say that I'm not a feminist and be so proud of that. So I said, please get your act together and at least understand what you're saying you're not.
And the fact that you're able to say it is also thanks to feminism.
Absolutely.
you have a voice?
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I'll
very
use
good.
that. I'll use that in the future.
Thank you.
On a real life heist, which cast member are you trusting as the mastermind?
Those are the toughest.
Yeah, I mean,
She's got the tough ones, poor thing.
yeah.
I have more faith in you.
Nice. Good.
इनको next डब्बा कार्टेल में cast कर देना चाहिए because she comes up with very smart lines.
I think she has more experience in life.
Thanks.
There, one more headline was coming,
I
but she
could
took
use
it away.
that. I could use that. I think I could use that for this. Yeah. Safe answer. Yeah. What do I give? Yeah.
Just keep it down. Just let it be there. Just let it be there.
Yeah. I'm done. Yeah.
If you had to play a character other than yours, which one would it be? You know, all of them were so well written.
I'm sure
yeah.
एक से तो you would have.
सबका equal है, सबका इतना अच्छा है. Gajraj Rao sir. I'd love to play him. I loved his look and
Yeah.
yeah.
Now I'm
Good job,
picturing you like that. It's not a...
What's one rumor about yourself you wish was actually true? Do I have any rumors?
ये swap हुआ है कोई
Yeah. Yeah, you have to answer.
Yes, swap हुआ है.
See,
मैं
because
बोल
she's
रही हूँ,
asked you this question.
Did you see it?
No, but one second. There's obviously she knows a rumor about you.
There are rumors about me?
So now, no. So now we need
No,
to get
I'll
to
tell
the
you
bottom
why.
of this.
Now I'll tell you why, okay? I don't think there's a rumor about me out there. I haven't
The one
worked
that
so
you
much.
want to start. and
Okay, so
like-
no, when I
Yeah.
used to work in
Something.
television, they used to make these YouTube videos about me. That Anjali Anand house, Anjali Anand lifestyle, Anjali Anand car, Anjali Anand boyfriend. I was single all that time. I've been single. I didn't have a big bungalow. They used to show like a huge ass bungalow or some random bungalow. They used to show many cars. So I wish that was true. Yeah.
Safe answer.
Yeah.
So they used to just.
You're expecting
It's
something
not
else.
safe. I don't
Yes,
know
she
rumors.
has
Do you?
done her
She wants
Have you
masala.
heard rumors about me? Because I haven't. Who's
that-
talking about me?
Oh, everyone's talking about you.
In a nice way.
In a nice way.
But I haven't heard any rumor.
Okay.
I
Now will you answer
honest
your
to God.
Yes, who is your favorite amongst the four, really?
Oh God! Why would you let a
You
mother
let
choose?
one go and you go.
I need all of them to do season 2. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can't afford to say that.
But now season 2 is coming, that we know.
I hope so.
Chalo.
You think so?
We hope so.
It better
Because she wants to know.
उसको मसाला ही नहीं मिल रहा है किसी से
Good. Great.
Okay, ma'am, your final question.
A tip hack you have figured out over the years when it comes to negotiating money.
Yeah.
Non-negotiable.
Oh,
Nice,
drop.
nice.
No, but the reason I ask this is that's one subject that women always feel they get a raw
No, you know,
deal.
I think I've been extremely fair because I've done so many films for free. I've done so many films when I've brought my own clothes, and that's always been because the budget has been small. And if I know that, you know, I've contributed my things from my home for the movie. Once I came to know that the director was not going to be hold a schedule, and I gave the money for that. So that's where I come from, okay? But my goodness, if you have a big production and in that you're not wanting to give me money, there is no way. I'm not in awe of anybody that उनकी वजह से मैं अपना पैसा कम करूँगी. I'm so clear about that it doesn't become a problem.
Wow.
I love you. That's good.
Love it.
Good advice.
इन लोगों ने भी मेरे साथ negotiate करने की कोशिश की थी. इन्होंने नहीं.
Mother, why we don't give her a mic.
Don't know how you guys negotiate.
इनके
because of
producer
these
इनके
things.
producer ने मतलब मेरे पास आए
मतलब आपका बेटा?
तो family है नहीं not मेरा बेटा मेरा बेटा कभी ऐसा नहीं बोलेगा
मेरा बेटा ऐसा कर ही नहीं सकता.
अब मैं आपको इतनी मजे की चीज बता रही हूँ और आप लोग सब
Sorry.
so they came to me and they said मैम फैमिली फिल्म I said इसीलिए फैमिली को जो मुझे मिलता है उससे ज्यादा देना चाहिए. बेचारा बेहोश हो गया. Yet no absolutely
I had nothing to do
no
with it. I was busy
argument.
writing the
I can't believe this conversation is actually
But
happening.
did you get what you asked for
Of
that?
course.
Wow, yaar.
Who will
Obviously, that will be who's gonna.
Of course. We have to negotiate.
इसलिए मुझे ज़्यादा दो
Please.
Please दे दो.
I think Netflix is cancelling the rest of it. Our days are gone.
No, but this is such good advice because so many women on the show have spoken about how they always feel a little conscious asking for money. Imposter syndrome is so real because you feel like, do I deserve it? Do I not? This is great to hear that.
No, but that doesn't mean that everybody should be like that, because when you are building your career, it is extremely important to realize that even if this is a big production and all that, the fact that I'm going to be in that production is going to take my career ahead, and for that it's perfectly fair. You have to work it out in your head. ऐसा नहीं कि आपने बोल दिया कि नहीं, but मैं तो इतने ही पैसे लूँगी and you lose the project.
But कभी big production ऐसे बोलते हैं कि हम आपको 2 साल के लिए लॉक कर देंगे पर इतने ही पैसे चलेंगे, घर भी तो चलना चाहिए. So you have to negotiate. You have to get. Even if it is like something that will keep you comfortable for those 2 years, उतना तो आप मांग ही लो. Don't be stupid about it. कि उतना आप मांग लो, क्योंकि आपको कोई सामने से देगा नहीं. क्योंकि who are you? Nobody's gonna give it to you सामने से. Because ये आता ना कि इससे पहले किसी को इतना मिला नहीं है, newcomer को. I said, but then मेरा ये है lifestyle. You have to know that this is how I've been living, and I cannot live like somebody else for the next 2 years because you've locked me in for 2 years and I can't do anything else. So you have to be smart about it, like she's saying.
Lovely. Thank you.
मेरा आंसर ही डाउनर चले जाएगा. आपको वापस किसी और से पूछना बहुत मस्त था.
We need a dip in the middle.
क्योंकि ये है कि if your lunchbox had to represent your personality, what will be inside? You mean Raji or you mean Shalini? Shalini, right?
Yeah.
Then it'll be a bit of everything.
And Raji?
Raji,
Halwa.
you're not like to say what?
But
Halwa, kheer.
But vegetarian.
vegetarian.
A bit of everything but vegetarian, yeah. And
But
Raji.
how clever is Raji? How clever is Raji? वो बताती कि अगर इसके अंदर ये रंग डाल दो
बहुत clever है वो. That's what.
वो हाँ.
But I don't think
मतलब बिरयानी में केसर का रंग.
No, you can. It's fine.
बिरयानी में केसर डाल दो तो ऑरेंज हो जाएगी.
मैं इतना सेफ आंसर करने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ.
बिरयानी में केसर डाल दो ऑरेंज हो जाएगी. नेक्स्ट.
She's
Very
very smart.
She's very smart, yeah.
One thing about your co-star that nobody would believe. I think that Nimisha kept hitting all of us.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but she's
Especially
surprised. Looks like it was
You were singled out.
I bear the brunt of everything that happens everywhere.
She's fab.
Yeah.
How is she?
Yeah.
I miss her so much. So much more fun.
High energy.
Actually, I
yeah.
didn't really get to know her off
Yeah.
camera. I mean, I only see what I see. I mean, I
She's
had
such a fabulous
Yeah.
actress.
Actress.
really is.
And so much fun.
She's so
I
good
like
and so real और बिल्कुल
Yeah.
हाँ एकदम.
or energy. I like people with energy, and she's got tremendous energy.
How nice.
I remember her telling
I gave away all my
Hitesh-
questions.
No, I remember her telling Hitesh that, I'd rather talk Marathi than be a South Indian person in the,
so cool,
which was
huh?
amazing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she just didn't want to do the cliche. It was amazing.
Yeah.
You'll have to answer two because she gave away her.
So you
I
actually
did
give
it.
one.
You should, because you are cast of
I think no, Shibani,
No, I
you
think
must.
because you are writer,
You
creator,
must.
director.
Yes.
everything.
You're the mother of all.
And yeah.
Must.
How can I answer this question? Have you ever bluffed your way out of situation in real life like your character?
Like
what
Ka-
character
like
am I?
That's
You
yours.
sobbed, na?
I think I'd really like to hear Anjali answer
I
these
think
two
this you can.
questions.
I think this you can.
Look at you, Anjali.
What have you
Everybody
done?
else has nicely answered.
I have not done anything.
Come on, you can do it.
Okay. Have you ever bluffed your way out of a situation in real life like your character? I'm a big phattu. But I am a jugadu like Shahida. Shahida is a jugadu for herself and everybody, but Anjali is a jugadu for everybody else but herself. I will never do jugad for myself. I feel very scared. I'm like, pakdi gayi to.
Actually, I understand.
So I don't. I'm a very big phattu like that. I go very right. I say, let's do the right thing types. But I still have a lot of fun doing everything. Okay, next. Mention 3 celebrities you have a girl crush on. So in the cartel or outside? In the cartel.
In the cartel,
Yeah,
there's
there are
only
only
4 of them.
इसमें से एक को चुने वो
So basically, she has to leave out one.
Thanks, Shibani. You want more questions? I will write them for you.
3 celebrities that
Yeah.
you
So
have.
I'll say outside the cartel and outside.
Yeah.
Outside Sridevi ji. And then when I see Madhuri, wo hai Nisha, like how can you not? And Rani Mukherjee. I love her. I love her. I love her. And here, I think Jyothika is my ideal. Like I would be. I aspire. I've told her that I aspire to be like her. The work she's done, the
And so
family, the way she,
graceful.
like she and Surya together are like. And then when I'm a little older, I want to be like her and Jadoo Uncle because they're just having so much fun with each other.
Yeah.
You know, the life that they've built, the work that they've all done. And Shibani also, like, when I see her and Farhan together, when I see her, like, I had no idea about her, how she is before this, you know. Obviously, I've met Shabana Azmi before many times because I've been working with her since 2021.
Yeah.
Since 2021, I only worked with Shabana Azmi and nobody else. Okay, so I've been very fortunate. I pinch myself till today that I get to breathe the same air as her. But I had no idea who Shibani Akhtar was, how she was, and you know all of that. And she was creating the show, and the first person I met was her. And just such a nice, warm person who just you know people's intent when you meet them.
Yeah.
You know, they want something good for you without anything else, without their own gain, without anything. She's just a giver.
Ek chit mere paas.
I think Shibani.
I think yours is this. That looks like the most
A
deadly.
challenge about working in this industry that you think is unique to women. And I want all of you to take this.
ये तो आपका आंसर हुआ ना आपको चिटा है
नहीं ये मेरा bonus question answer
A challenge in the industry.
that is very unique to this gender.
It's a difficult question to answer because I feel as though just being a woman doesn't make your journey necessarily more difficult. There are other elements.
So I'll tell you where I'm
each
coming
individual
from.
is different,
but,
right?
You know, generally things are changing now, but shelf life for women or just how we perceive them, how they need to carry themselves off camera because, you know, people look at them and judge them. Do you think there's some things that are just tougher because you're a woman in this industry?
I think
I
in
will-
every industry.
Yeah.
I
In
will say
every
this.
industry for
I
women, yeah.
will say
No,
that
I'm
I
asking about
feel
this
as
industry
though
because you guys work here.
I think that what's tough for us, and it's also a blessing at the same time, so I don't really know how to look at it at this point in time, our gender is constantly labeled. So we're always looked at as women who are doing something. We are female actors, we
Yeah.
are female
Yeah.
creators, we are female presenters, we are female directors or female producers. Whereas the gender, when it comes to men, doesn't seem to really have to be pointed out in any way.
That seems the norm.
Yeah, it's normal. Yeah.
Women is prefixed for us because
Yes.
that's an exception.
And here, the exception is that now the director is the only guy who's male. So
Yeah.
now we are saying he's a male director.
Yes.
which is very
Yes.
For the first
Yeah.
time ever. Because everybody else is female.
So I think that's something that and look, when you're making any change, no matter how big or small, there are many generations of women before us who put in so much work to get us to where we are now. So even if we have to talk about it a little bit more to make that change more prominent for the generations ahead of us, then that's what we have to do. But hopefully we get to a stage where we just coexist and it's just about the work that you do and it's just about equality when it comes to payment, when it comes to your fee, when it comes to anything in general. You know, your stories very naturally in the world are made up of different genders. It's just how it works. But when we keep highlighting that we are women, I don't know, I feel as though, yes, we're making progress, but are we also, you know, are we also not letting that go in some way? I wonder, I don't know. I don't think it's fair to just dismiss it and not talk about it at all because I feel like the more you talk about it, the more you accept it and understand it and there's room for change.
Yeah.
So it is a dialogue that needs to continue happening, but hopefully we get somewhere, you know?
Lovely. Shabana ji was saying.
Visibility, because the fact that you are a woman stands out. And so you are bound to think of a woman writer. Are yari, this, you know, now what is happening? This is how it's thought of. Some female oriented का चक्कर कुछ चल रहा है तो चलो एक वुमन राइटर लेंगे एक वुमन डायरेक्टर लेंगे और ये मुझे हमेशा बहुत गलत लगता है because I don't think it has got to be with being a man or a woman. It's about the gaze. So it's perfectly possible that a man can have a female gaze. Shyam Benegal had a female gaze all his life.
Satyajit Ray.
Satyajit Ray, so many of our directors. So it's not about whether you are male or female because I think the yin and the yang must be perfectly balanced. to become a full artist. That's what I feel.
I think also acceptance, like she spoke about, you know, male director, female director, male writer, female writer. We also have, like, I can say from my experience that nobody was ready to see me as a lead or playing the heroine. Nobody was ready to see that, and nobody is ready still in film to see that. I'm doing that in web, I'm doing that in other spaces, but I'm not doing that in film yet for the larger audiences to come in the theatre. And nobody ever questioned when, like, a Govinda and a Ritik look very different.
Yeah.
But I love both of them.
Yeah.
You know, I maybe love Govinda much more, but nobody would ask him or call him a plus size actor. Nobody would call Rishi Ji a plus size actor. He's an actor, but for a woman, I'm always named as Anjali Anand as plus size actor. So I hate talking about it. Like she said, we need to normalize it and make. People ask me why I don't do influencing on the internet about, you know, plus sizing
Because
my
you
life.
don't want that.
I don't want that.
Exactly.
I don't want that.
But she'll make so much money if she does.
I know I will make a lot of money if I do that. Today I want to talk about my arms, guys. You know, and
But it's
people
also
will
very
I've been asked
specific
that
in
and
the
I'm like, I
script.
don't
It's
want
not
what-
supposed to be highlighted.
Yeah.
it's
In
not
the
supposed
script,
to-
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
Compliments because I saw the show and I love how that's normal. It's part of the show.
Yeah.
Nothing stands out.
right.
But that
You
is
don't
how
have to underline it.
because that is how I have always lived my life. I have never thought of myself different from someone else.
But
I
also,
have,
may I just say, that's also not how you were thought of when you were cast for this.
yeah, because someone who
So
was cast
it-
for this before me was completely different.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
The,
true.
the person who was supposed to play Shahida was completely different.
Yeah.
In terms of her features, in terms of her hair, in terms of her body type. So it was never about that. It's about what you bring to the character. And that take would have been one different take. Not to say that it was wrong or right, but the previous actor had a certain take. Anjali had a certain take. And that's just how you look at it.
And I need more of that to happen. So I need a big production to back that this girl can also be the heroine of a film, so that it because जो पिक्चरों में होता है वो हमारी लाइफ में भी दिखाई देता है and vice versa. तो जब अगर लोगों को वो बिलीफ मिलेगा ना कि ये लड़की है पोस्टर पे, भाई इसकी पिक्चर है, शी इज लीडिंग इट, इतने बड़े प्रोडक्शन हाउस ने उसको बैक किया है, तो ये और होगा, जिंदगी में भी होगा एंड लोग उनको रिस्पेक्ट करना भी शुरू कर देंगे बिकॉज फॉर एवरीबॉडी एल्स अरे मोटी लड़की.
Nice.
You know, it's a very casual throwaway comment.
And then it also gets to a space where it becomes, you get typecast.
Yeah.
You know, so then you're only getting called for those kinds of things. Whereas those are the barriers that we need to break. We need to understand that the actors that you have sitting here on this little oval table can play anything.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to be able to see and believe and visualize. So when you open doors to that and understand that we have so many different types of characters that can be played and so many different actors that can play them. And I think that's what Shabana was talking about earlier, is that casting has kind of done that today. You know, allowed for that opportunity to happen rather than, oh, we need this type of person, this is the person we'll go to.
Yeah,
We need that
and
type of person.
when I get that first call, I'm just like, I'm praying it's not about my body. I'm praying it's not about my body. Please be a good character, not just about my body. And when I get them, like, okay, fine. I have to ask them, is this
I've
a
had to
part?
say no to a lot of roles.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm not going to. There have been stereotypical characters played like that for years. And the reason I did Rocky Rani was like, first when I got the call and Shauna told me what it's about, and I'm like, shit, am I going to have to say no to this? And then when I saw the journey that she goes and she says, nahi ho gaya, bas ho gaya, enough. And I said, that's Anjali saying bas ho gaya. Enough, abhi bas ho gaya. How much do I prove myself ki I reached here and I still don't have the parts that I need, you know? So I think the acceptance for women in this space, because men, I love a Chandni, where a Sridevi and a Rishi Kapoor and a Vinod Khanna, who all look different, are together, and nobody has questioned them. Why? Because they're men. But when a woman does something, a Silk Smita character, Vidya Balan is playing, it's like a hoo-ha, oh my god, look at her stomach. Why? Why have we never asked men, you know, ki that's a plus size actor? Have you ever seen someone call a man a plus size actor? No. So why am I being called one? So that acceptance. Needs to
And
be.
also when you admit to that, you feel like there's a standard
Yeah.
and you're
Yes.
plus or minus to that.
Because I never see myself like that at all. At all. And it's funny to me when people say that
But
to
I
me. I'm
think
like,
it's you who put a stop to it also, right?
yeah, so I'm just living my...
If you have to put a stop.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to.
Yeah.
And I
Because
feel-
when she was cast, there wasn't even a discussion.
Exactly.
And there were a lot of men behind the scenes. There
Yeah.
wasn't even a discussion. It was, is the energy right?
But that's so good to
Is
hear
the-
because it
Yeah, I love
translates
that.
into
It
film.
wasn't even a conversation. It wasn't something that we needed to address. Do we need to look at the script? Is it? It was just it was irrelevant. It was completely irrelevant. In fact, when you write characters like Sheila, Raji, Varuna, Mala, Shahida, we needed those characters to be portrayed in a certain way, their journey to be understood, the emotional context to come out. We never looked at what will the body type be, what will her face look like.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's specific to you're representing a region, or the character is from the south, or character is from Maharashtra, or character is from Gujarat, then yes.
Yeah.
But it was otherwise no.
And that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, women aren't allowed to age. It's not a question of men or women and who ages better. It's just that men are allowed. It's,
That's a big question in the South, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, to be very frank, that, because I had my kids when I was 28, and I sort of started doing very different roles after that, and not with the In fact, I think I haven't worked with a star or a hero after 28. So it becomes, it's a huge challenge, because then you're building your career absolutely with new directors and on your own, because the choices are, so it's all to do with the age factor.
And you were at the top of your game, like.
And it's even more difficult because there's another big feature lacking there in Tamil industry. I wouldn't say all the South languages, is that we don't have big filmmakers or seasoned filmmakers like K. Palachandra in those days. Making films for women or stories where women have, an important part to play. So we only have the biggies making the film for the biggies. Not allowing you to, in the recent times, I don't think we've had a big filmmaker making a film for a woman actor.
Correct.
So I think that's something we're really lacking. And then so we are budget restricted. That's a big challenge. Age being one, and the second one being the seasoned filmmakers, storytelling from a woman's perspective. So a woman's journey in South I feel is extremely tough, because it's a battle she's fighting all alone.
How lovely. Honestly, this was such an interesting conversation, straight from the heart, so empowering for a lot of people who are going to watch it and listen to it on the radio. Dabba Cartel mein aapki performance sabki itni badhiya thi, and I just want to understand this. I've seen the chemistry and the way you are with each other now. How important is it for actors to get along with their co-stars so that on screen the chemistry drops? Because you were a team on screen, and I see that off screen as well. But how essential is that?
Can I answer that before they do? I want to say that in this particular show, in this situation, I think Shabana is hugely responsible. Because she has a way of bringing people together. Come to my house for dinner. Let's go swimming before we have to go shoot. Let's
Just before
stress
the
out the
climax.
director and just have a drink together.
We might not reach.
But she has a certain energy about her that is not just for this show, but in real life.
Do you do that because you know that people get intimidated?
No, I don't.
Conscious?
No, it's not that. But for me, it is very important to get along with my co-stars. I do not flourish in envy and conflict and all of them. Some people do. They find it very challenging. But for me, it is very. I mean, it's a given thing. You see, I also have a theatre background. और theatre background में कोई hierarchy नहीं होती, कुछ नहीं होता ना. So that's part of the deal. But I really love all these girls. So why would I behave in any other way? And we have, a lot of us have girl gangs, and I have lots of girl gangs. So we have one girl gang here also. The
Female friendships are important.
Very important, Papa. Very, very important.
Congratulations on an amazing show, and I'm saying it because I've seen all
wow,
episodes.
thank you.
Very jealous.
Tell your friends, tell everybody, tell your family. Watch it again.
Female friendships are important. These Superwomaniyas are amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.